Dear students, as we know, one of the most important factors that influence students' learning is the quality of the teacher. The teachers are the primary source of information to the students. Today, in the world of information explosion, knowledge is on the tip of their fingers. But however, without a competent teacher, they cannot comprehend all this information in an effective manner. So, it is essential for the institutions to select and retain the best teachers for better output. In this video, we are going to see what is teacher evaluation and the criteria to evaluate teacher competency. So, teacher evaluation is defined as a systematic procedure for reviewing the performance of a teacher in a classroom and analyze the review to provide constructive feedback for the teacher's personal and professional growth. So, this is a procedure where teacher's performance is evaluated and provides a constructive feedback. The essence of teacher evaluation can be condensed into a few points. See, these are the points. It helps to identify strength and weakness of a teacher. It leads to improved performance, foster professional development, and again it improves students' achievement, and it motivates teachers and students. It motivates teachers for improved performance, and this may motivate students also. Let us see briefly the need of teacher evaluation. The primary purpose of teacher evaluation is personal and professional growth. A strong teacher evaluation system is essential for improving teacher quality. It provides the means to recognize and reward great teachers so we can learn from and replicate their success. The process of teacher evaluation also ensures that effective learning is being imparted to the students. So, teacher evaluation is a very advantageous procedure for educational institutions. Now, we are moving to the criteria for teacher evaluation. So, traditionally, teacher evaluation system was heavily relied on classroom observations by evaluators, sometimes with the help of any rubrics or checklists. And samples of students' work, teachers' records, and lesson plans, and other relevant factors were also often taken into account. But while setting criteria for teacher evaluation, certain points we should remember. So, the points are: teacher evaluation should be based on some standards. Some standards must be used to evaluate the performance of teachers. Again, evaluation should include multifaceted evidence of teacher practice, student learning, and professional contributions. So, every factors of effective teaching must be considered. And evaluators should be well trained for the process of evaluation. Another point is that evaluation should be accompanied by useful feedback, and that feedback must be given to the teachers also for the better development for their personal and professional growth. Then another point is the evaluation system should value and encourage teacher effort. The evaluation should consider the efforts taken by the teachers. So, panel of teachers and administrators should oversee the evaluation process. While moving to the topic criteria for teacher evaluation, actually there are no fixed criteria to evaluate teacher competency. The criteria may vary according to the need and purpose of teacher evaluation. So, whatever may be the need, some factors must be included like subject competency, presentation and management skills, use of productive teaching techniques, promotion of teaching quality and culture, use of evaluation strategies, etc. So, we have seen there is no fixed criteria to evaluate teacher competency. Here I am presenting 5 criteria with their indicators. These are not fixed for teacher evaluation. These are just an example for criteria to evaluate teacher competency. Here I have taken 5 criteria to evaluate teacher competency. They are level of knowledge, facilitation of learning and development, executive and management skills, evaluation competencies, and positive interrelationships. And indicators are also given. See, these are the indicators of the level of knowledge of the teacher. That is actually subject competency of the teacher. See, the indicators can be deep understanding of the content, clarity of thought, understanding of educational theories and developmental stages, knowledge of various educational trends, and knowledge of pedagogical methods and techniques. And the other criteria we have chosen is facilitation of learning and development. How well he is facilitating learning and development. That is, indicators are transactional competencies. How well he transact the learning material, learning matter, and other indicator is use of appropriate teaching learning strategies, then effective use of teaching aids and devices, ability to develop textual and self-learning material, and implement the lesson plan effectively, etc. can be the indicators. The other criteria is executive and management skills. Here the indicators can be teachers' ability to identify individual differences, then establishes and maintains discipline in classroom, then teachers' ability to diagnose learning problems and provide remedial measures. Another criteria is evaluation competencies. Here it shows how well the teacher evaluates the student progress. Here the indicators can be skill to prepare appropriate evaluation tool, ability to give appropriate feedback, ability to record student progress, and awareness of appropriate evaluation strategies. And the fifth criteria we have chosen is positive interrelations, that is the sociability of the teacher. Here indicators can be ability to get cooperation from parents and colleagues, then ability to keep relation with community, and the social skills and social involvement of the teacher. So these can be the indicators. So far we were discussing about teacher evaluation and the criteria to evaluate teacher competencies. See, whatever may be the criteria, whoever may be the evaluators, let us do our best to make our classes more effective. I hope all the points are clear for you. Thank you.